Being a Brazilian based in Italy, I learned how to appreciate the wonders of this country, its flavors, its landscape, the people. And being part of this project at Electrolux Group, it makes me feel proud as we are contributing for the next generations for a better and healthier living. My name is Marcelo Marcal. I'm the Logistic Purchasing Director for Business Area Europe at Electrolux Group. Most of our consumers today, they are very conscious of the products they are buying and how their goods are being transported. So the strategic approach we take at Electrolux Group, we select our suppliers by their profile and their willingness to invest in solutions and also in long-term partnerships. And this is the case of Gruber Logistics. We feel that they have all of these elements that bond us together.
Ciao Marcelo, how are you?
Ciao Andrea, good. How are you?
Also fine, but as you know, I have two kids.
When we speak about electrification, there are a lot of challenges that we have on the table. The most tricky one to face is the mindset. I'm Andrea Condotta. I'm responsible for public affairs, management of innovation networks, and sustainability in Gruber Logistics. We need to work in cooperation with a lot of different players, and we need to change also our behavior in touching the electrification with those players. For instance, with Scania, with Electrolux, we have created something like a different approach, not just speaking as we are simple buying or selling stuff, but sharing all the strategic frameworks and defining together where we could work together in order to have a faster deployment of electric vehicles.
Electrification is not like any other technology shift. It's more of a system transition where all the parties need really to cooperate, sit at the same table, manufacturer, transport buyers and transport providers to find a joint strategy to win what is probably the most important challenge of our time. My name is Paolo Carri and I'm Marketing and Driving the Shift Director at Scania Italy. The need for us at Scania to relate to a wider ecosystem, starting from the transport buyers, has been there for a while. But now with electrification, it's the only way forward. We must be able to create a connection, understand their targets, figure out and explain how our solutions of product and services can take them forward in their journey through their transport providers.
I believe today, when it comes to electrification, the biggest challenge is the infrastructure for charging of the trucks. So at Electrolux Group, we are at the forefront of promoting sustainable transport, and we have been one of the first companies in Europe of implementing electric trucks in our fleet. As a matter of fact, we are investing in talent at charging stations as to allow our suppliers to charge the vehicles while they are loading and unloading at our docks, and this in the end will promote the development of this technology.
The first learning that we got using electric trucks is that we want more. But we had a lot of difficulties, especially from, let's say, deriving from our lack of knowledge in managing this kind of trucks. This is not preventing us to take the challenge even more seriously. Therefore, we are going for this great challenge of our transport. And especially, we really want to move those trucks also for the long haul.
When it comes to new technologies, collaboration is key in order to put different actors together as to promote the development of for instance, electrification in transport. There are just too many questions still to be answered, and we think of ourselves as pioneers in this approach.
We see electrification like a key point of our process towards decarbonization. It's not a path that we are going to embrace alone. We are going to embrace it thanks to our partners. So it's always a matter of people and their willingness to drive the change. And I think that working with Scania, working with Electrolux, we found the same spirit, I would say, that we have internally in our own organization. We don't want to wait that others will define our own future.
Electrification must be truly meaningful to all parties because it's not the easiest choice and right now not the cheapest either. I think that transport operators and buyers need to share a purpose and be ready to redefine performance in a wider perspective, dealing together with new conditions and needs, both operational and economic. With Gruber Logistics and Electrolux, I believe we have a bright example of this new attitude.